Hello everyone, my name is Gustavo, and Just Dance 22 is out, finally! The game looks amazing, the maps looks phenomenal, and you are thinking about streaming on Twitch. Well, I have some tips for you. I am going to cover topics like capture cards and positioning of the gameplay, camera bitrate and resolution, audio splitting for the MCA purposes, closed captioning, and controlling stream with Touch Portal. That is a Stream Deck alternative that I found it and I love it, and it has been something so useful for me for the past year. I'm going to leave all the topics marked up below the video so you can skip if there's a topic that is more relevant for you than the other. Before you start the video, if you want to see more content like this, make sure to subscribe in the channel and comment on the video what you think I missed or could I improve. You know, I'm open to feedback. Also, I stream mostly on weekends on Twitch. My channel, as well as any social media of mine, is twitch.com/GustavoMDancers. Let's go to the video. So the first topic we're going to talk about is capture cards, and for Just Dance you don't need an expensive capture card like an Elgato, because the game needs to be 25% or less of your screen. That's a rule that Ubisoft tweeted out for a few years now, and it is something that they really go behind it. They will copyright strike you if you break those rules, most likely, so it's better stick to them. For that, I have a suggestion. I have got this capture card out of AliExpress last year, and the only reason why I upgraded to a Elgato capture card is because I wanted to stream other games that are not Just Dance, and the quality wasn't quite enough for me. But if you were only to stream Just Dance, this would be working just fine. It's plug and play, it works flawlessly. I barely had any problems with it. The only thing with it is that you can notice is that it has only an HDMI in. So for that, you will need an HDMI splitter like this one. You can play out of the OBS preview, but it has a little bit of delay, and I don't personally recommend you doing so. So you're better off just buying one of these two. The link for this capture card in specific, I'm gonna leave it on the video description. It's not a partnership. They did not pay me to do that. I simply bought it because those got really hyped up last year, and I got one. Cameras. You don't need an expensive camera to stream Just Dance. You actually don't need an expensive camera to stream at all. And since webcams still in shortage because of the pandemic, like the C920s, you can use your phone, something that you have in your pocket, and probably have a better camera than most of your webcams out there. It is really cheap, the apps that you can get for it. My suggestion is one called DroidCam OBS by Dev47. It is a plugin for OBS and works both on Android and iPhone. Both have paid and free versions. The free version will let you use the cameras, but only the pro version will let you go up to 1080p and control the phone through the computer instead of only through the phone. The pro version of the app is $9.99 US, and for what it offers, I actually think it's really worth it, the price. The setup is really simple. I'll give the link for the download of the plugin on the description. You just download the app right from Google Play or the App Store. The app is available on both platforms. You just click here for download for Windows. It is available for Linux and macOS as well. As it says here, it is not Streamlabs OBS supported. It is something that it works only on OBS Studio version 24 or newer, that you'll probably have it installed if you just downloaded the app. You just click here and it will open the download page. You just save it and install it. And once you installed it, it is really simple to add it as a source on OBS. It is just, you click here on the plus. There will be a new option called DroidCam OBS. You click in it, you add a new source, and we'll open this pop-up for you. You just go to your phone, open the app, and plug it in. Once you plug it in, you just refresh device list. It will lag a little bit. It is just a little bit of waiting, and then you select here and your phone should appear. Here you can change the resolution. By the free version, as far as I'm concerned, only works in 640 by 480. For 720p, you need to buy the pro version. It is not that expensive, it's really worth it. You can change it here to 1920 by 1080 and just click activate. And there you have it. Bitrate and resolution. Bitrate and resolution is a big topic when streaming. Should I stream in 1080p? Should I stream in 720p? My advice is, since affiliates, they don't have guaranteed encoding, and if you don't have encoding, your viewers are locked into the resolution that you are streaming. If you're streaming, for example, 1080p at 6000 bitrate, and you're locked at that resolution, people with slower or more unstable connections, or even people from far away from you, will buffer a lot, and that is not a pleasant experience, I can guarantee you. So my overall recommendation is 720p around 4K to 5K, 6K if your connection can handle is going to be best. But yeah, streaming on 720p and you're good to go. Now, audio splitting is an information that should be more well spread, because what happens is, technically speaking, you are not allowed to transmit any kind of copyrighted content in Twitch. And Just Dance, buying Just Dance, you don't get the rights to stream it. When you get the game, you get the rights to use it for yourself to consume, not to redistribute it. So technically speaking, the record labels can strike your channel, and they will. They do it mostly at VODs and clips. From the time that I'm recording this video, there were no live takedowns on Twitch that I am aware of. I could be wrong, and this could change by the time that I post it. And a way to bypass this is splitting the audio on OBS. Basically how it works is, you go to the settings and it will open this up. You go to output and you will change it to advanced. Since I am recording, I can't change it. Here in streaming, you will see that there is audio tracks and Twitch audio tracks. Your Twitch VOD audio track will probably be unmarked. You enable it and you select track 2. It is really important that you select track 2, because track 1 is the one that everyone will listen at your stream while you are live. You select track 2, you change the encoder to the ones that you have available. If you have an NVIDIA GPU from 10 series and beyond, I recommend you using NVENC. Here you set the bitrate, everything else leave as it is. Recording, you go here and mark all the lanes, and there you have it. You don't need to change anything else. You give it an okay. Now, if you go to your mixer, in my case, mine is here on the side, and by default, if I believe OBS comes in here, here in below. You go into the options button, click it, and go to advanced audio properties, and it will open this pop-up in specific. Now, out of these ones, everything here doesn't matter for us. The only one that matters is this one. Here is where the magic happens. I am going to add my capture card real quick, edit it as a source in OBS, and you can hear the sound here. And again, let's go to advanced audio properties, and here's where the magic happens. What do you need to know here? How it works on Twitch audio is, the track 1 is the track of your live audio. Everything that is enabled in track 1 people will hear on your live stream, but we selected track 2 as the VOD audio. So basically what you're gonna do is, you're gonna enable everything on track 1, and on track 2, you're gonna enable everything that emits audio, in my case, my microphone, my desktop audio, for example, but I'm gonna uncheck the capture card. That way, you're gonna stream it, people will hear your game just fine, but as soon as you quit streaming and you go to the VOD, you will see that the game has no audio. So that is the way that you avoid copyright claims for now. Again, I've never seen a live copyright claim, but that could happen. That is just a way to bypass the current system that we have. About closed captions, this is another topic that I don't see a lot of people talking, but it's something that I found really important in streaming, because the disabled community is a big community, and closed captions are not only useful for disabled communities, but for people that can listen to the audio that you're to what you're talking at the moment, because they are talking to someone else, they are in a meeting, who knows, you know. And there's also people, there are foreigners that don't speak English very well, that rely on subtitles to understand what is going on. Subtitles will not take performance out of your computer, it will only benefit your stream. So I have the link here of a plugin for OBS called OBS Closed Captioning Plugin 0.19 beta, made by Red with a compiler. This will basically add closed captions to your stream. You only need to go here, select Windows or macOS or Linux. It depends on what you're using to stream your operational system. The link for this download will be in the description, by the way. You click here, select download, download it. What you're gonna do is you're gonna open and you're gonna copy this. You go to this PC, you select where your OBS is installed, go to program files. In my case, I'm gonna go here, OBS Studio, and just paste it in OBS plugins, like so. It will say that the destination has two files with the same names, replace find the destination, and there you have it. I'm not gonna do so because I already have it installed. When you install it and you boot up OBS again, you will see that this little tab here popped up. This is the tab for the closed captioning. How you set up? First of all, you need to be sure that on your audio settings, you have your microphone set. That this is really important. And now you go here into the engine, you click on settings, it will pop up this window. You will enable the closed captioning, and then you're gonna select caption source as your microphone. You can select any audio source of your stream. I just select microphone because, you know, it is what I wanted to be subtitled. And you're going to select the language. In my case, it's Portuguese Brazil because I am Brazilian and my streams are both in Portuguese and English. And the last time that I was streaming, I was speaking most Portuguese. That's why I switched up to Portuguese. You just select here. You can turn on the profanity filter. I leave it off. My streams are 18 plus because I swear a lot and I do not care. Besides that, you just click save and it's done. And the subtitles will be implemented on your VOD as well. It will be saved on your VOD. So it is really something that helps a lot of people and does not take much of your time. It is just a matter of setting up once and forget about it. It will work as soon as you turn on your stream and unmute your mic. Touch Portal is an alternative version of Stream Deck that is community based. It is a software that works on your phone. For example, I use a Node phone of mine that I don't use it anymore that has a really bad battery and basically stays plugged in 90% of the time. It works the same way basically as a Stream Deck. Here is the app. It's really straightforward. I'm gonna show you my stream. Touch Portal has two versions. It has a free version that you download it and has the pro version that costs I think $10. It is really cheap. Basically what changes from the regular version to the pro version is you can increase the grid settings. By default it is only 2x4 if I'm not mistaken, and you are limited to I believe 2 or 3 pages, and you cannot stop plugins either. That is a really big part of it. For example, I control the lights on my room using a plugin for it. I control my Spotify, for example, through another plugin. I control my Discord. I can mute and deafen my Discord through it using another plugin, and it is a really powerful tool that I really recommend everyone getting it. For a demonstration here, I am going to set up a new page. You can go here to new page. It will ask you the name of the page. You click OK. It will automatically create a page with a go to main button. And you select the page. It will default has this main, but since I formatted my old computer and imported my pages, in my case my main page will be this one. I'm just gonna click on save. Here I'm gonna click in one of these buttons and it is blank. What I'm gonna do first, I'm gonna set a button to change my scene. How do I do that? For that, you're gonna need actually another plugin to OBS to intermediate the connection within Touch Portal and OBS. It is this one called WebSocket, OBS WebSocket. I'm gonna leave as well on the video description. You just go here all the way down and download the last version. The Windows version has an installer, so you don't need to worry about copying folders and etc. Just download it, install, and open up your OBS again. When you open OBS, you'll notice they will have a notification kind of like this: new client connected. That means that OBS and Touch Portal managed to connect to each other, and you can begin to set stuff up. So here's what I'm gonna set. You can scroll here. You can go to the OBS and you'll see that there is actually a lot of options that you can look around. In this video, I'm gonna take a little bit more of a focus on stuff focused on stream, just in streaming. If you want to see me do a more in-depth video about Touch Portal, let me know in the video comments and I'll totally do it. Basically, I'm going to go here and set scene, and I'm going to just select it. I have the full camera. I'm going to select it, and here I'm going to give the button a name that will appear on my screen on my phone. I'm gonna set it to full camera. Okay, I'm gonna hit save, and now if I go to my Touch Portal, you will see that full camera is in here. You probably can't see it because my camera doesn't have autofocus, but I'm gonna switch up to the scene, and if I click here in full camera, you see that it works. I'm gonna add another button. Let me add another name here, recording, for example. Okay, save. As soon as you click save, it will appear here. There you have it. Now we have it here. Full camera, recording. I click, it switch, just like a stream deck. And now I'm gonna show you guys how to do one of the buttons that I use the most on my stream. That is the mute microphone and unmute the game. Basically what it does is I click a button, it will lower the volume of my game and unmute my microphone. And when I'm going to dance, it will mute my microphone and put back the volume of the game back to 100%. So I'm gonna unmute my capture card. Basically here, we're gonna add the button. I set it the name to game audio, and here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go to the logic tab, and we're gonna add a if statement. We're gonna add two of those, and we're gonna put one inside of the other. We're gonna choose the first one, go to OBS, and set the if scene change to, and we're gonna select the scene. In this case, I want the just dance scene. In the other one, we're gonna go to this button state is set to off. By default, buttons on Touch Portal are set to off, and we're basically saying if the scene is this one and the button is off, here's what you should do. For that, we're gonna go to values now, and we're gonna select the change button stage. We're gonna drag it here and set to turn the button on. Now the button is on, it's gonna execute the actions that we want it to do. And what we want it to do, we want it to go here to the OBS tab. We're gonna select mute source volume and set volume. We're gonna drag both of those and put it here. We're gonna select the toggle mute state. We're gonna select mic aux and change it from toggle to mute. And in this one, for scene, the source capture card, we're gonna set the volume to 100%. That being done, we're gonna go up again, back to the logic tab. We're gonna add an else, put it right below it, the for scene. We're gonna go back here to OBS tab. We're gonna add another mute source volume and set volume, and we're gonna go up to the values and change button state. Now we want to change the button back to off. We're gonna drag those in here. We're gonna go to unmute, microphone auxiliary. We're gonna go to the scene, capture card. Now we want to lower the volume. I recommend 5%. It is a good volume that people can hear and you can speak clearly. And there you have it. This is basically what you need to do. Here on event, I already did it, but I'm gonna redo it. I'm gonna delete all actions. Basically, what you want here is to add the visual feedback to your button, so you can see when it's on and when it's off. So what you're gonna do is go down here to OBS, all the way down, and go where it has this event ribbon. You're gonna look for on source mute state. You're gonna add two of those. You're gonna select the microphone. For both of them, one muted and one unmuted. You're gonna go up and you're gonna look for the visuals tab, and you're gonna go to change button visuals, change text color. In this case, I'm gonna select the red. I'm gonna add it to when the microphone is muted. And I'm gonna right click, duplicate, select options, and drag it down here and double click, change text color back to white. And there's basically it. There you have it. Now, if you look here on the capture card and stuff in the mixer, and if I click game audio, there you have it. It is simple and it is really quick and has no chance of you forgetting to raise a volume, for example, and not muting it because you have the visual feedback. And I just noticed that I managed to mute myself while saying that. Nice. But let's say it that you are someone that forgets a lot. That never happened to me. Never. Maybe a couple times. You can have your moderators actually doing that for you. For that, first of all, you're gonna need to select, go to the touch portal options that is up here. You're gonna click it and you're gonna select Twitch. You're gonna click connect and request. You're gonna authorize and there's going to give you 2 tokens. You're gonna paste those tokens in this field. Do not share those tokens, by the way. Those give access to both your Twitch account and your chat channel. You're gonna click save and now you have it connected. Basically, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go back to the game audio. We're gonna go to on event and we're gonna go all the way down in OB, and here we're gonna go to Twitch and we're going to on chat message event and we're gonna dismark everyone. We're gonna select moderator and broadcaster, sends a Twitch message that contains, and you're gonna add your command. I am gonna add the command !mute, and there you have it. Now what you wanted to happen is basically your moderator press the button for you. How you do that? You basically go here, hold control and select everything that you added before. Select everything, Control C on event, paste it. It's gonna put everything up here, and what you have to do is drag this one all the way up. It is basically it. Now we're gonna save it. If I drag my chat, if I go here and type !mute, your moderators can help you with that. So there you have it. Those were my tips for streaming Just Dance. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed the content, please leave a thumbs up. Leave a comment below on what I can do to improve in the next video, what topics you guys want me to cover, what kind of content you would like to see here in the channel. Follow me on my socials. All of them are Gustavo M Dancers. I'm most active on Twitter, and come hang with me on my stream. I stream mostly on weekends on Twitch. It is also twitch.tv/Gustavo M Dancers. So yeah, thank you so much. See you guys in the next one.